Okay, hello everyone. With me today we have Mr. Aldino. So Mr. Aldino has just taken his IELTS test recently, and surprisingly and magnificently, he actually got a bandwidth of 7. So Mr. Aldino, I want to discuss about your experience for a bit, okay? But before we talk about the IELTS test itself, what was your purpose in taking the IELTS test, actually?
Yeah, I plan to continue my PhD in Australia. So one of the requirements is to get IELTS. The band is 6.5. Surprisingly, I could get 7.
All right. And then when are you planning to leave for Australia?
Well, it's about 2 years later maybe, because if I apply scholarship next year, which is 2022,
Mhm.
I can go to Australia in the next year. So it takes about 2 years.
So it will be on 2023, yeah? Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah,
I see.
hopefully.
Okay, then. So how was the experience? Can you tell me about the day when you took the IELTS test? How was it?
Yeah, it was a very new experience because I never took IELTS test before. So the first time I came to the room, I was surprised that the examiner was a foreigner. I thought the foreigner only assessed the speaking,
Mm.
but actually he assessed all of the sections: reading, listening, writing, as well as speaking. So that's new for me. And also the experience of taking IELTS test was really different from TOEFL. For TOEFL, you can just sit on the chair and do the test. But for IELTS, the examiner will take the picture of us and then ask the test taker to assign to fingerprint.
Mm.
Yeah, they provided fingerprint. And also for the environment, uh, it was very good, but I hope we could get a headphone because we didn't use headphone there. So it's just like a room speaker.
All
And for
right.
me, it's not that clear. I prefer to use headphones.
I couldn't
For
agree more.
reading and writing, yeah, it's okay. It's as usual. There's no problem. For speaking, also, it's very convenient because the examiner was really kind. So he doesn't make the taker nervous. He just like we talk to our friends. So overall, the uh, experience is really extraordinary because that's my first time.
Is very new for you. There are a lot of things
Yeah.
that you have just noticed. Yeah, for example, like listening. Yeah, many people will think that the listening task will actually use headphone, but it turns out that usually you will just be put in a room and then they will play it
Mhm.
through speaker. Some may consider it as a challenge. Others will just say, "Oh, that's still fine." But yeah, that is actually pretty challenging. Yeah, and just note to self that the examiner would be a foreigner usually, especially for speaking, yeah. But I am actually quite surprised, yeah, that even from the listening section you are already being supervised by a foreigner, yeah. In my test it was not like that, actually.
That's why I was confused. But
Okay,
it's okay.
that's okay, because
Fine.
yeah, it was actually on a very important point. Your highest score was actually your reading, yeah, which was 8.5, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it's
Yes,
8.5.
that is magnificent, for a person to get at 0.5 on reading. Must have been very challenging, yeah. But you have done well, Mr. Aldino. So based on
I
your
believe this is my
experience,
luck. My luck was good at the time.
yeah, that's good, yeah. And did you take the paper-based or the computer-based, actually?
Paper based.
Paper-based, yeah.
Because the only one available is paper based.
Okay, then I see. So, do you mind giving some tips to those who would like to take IELTS test in the future? Perhaps you can give them some insights as of what they have to prepare or what they have to expect in the test.
All right. Well, actually, I have many things to say. But for someone who wants to take IELTS test, of course, you must prepare. But the preparation must be a long time. So it's impossible for it to get a high score without enough preparation. What I'm trying to say is enough preparation is not only about the durations. It's not only about 3 months or more than 3 months. So you can prepare the earlier, the better, the sooner the better. Because I prepare my English since about 2015 until now. Yeah, so we need to have a English mindset first to be able to take English test. So that's the first.
Mm.
And
Okay.
also, if you have partner for studying, will be much better. But if you don't have, you can take course like what I did. I took course with BEC. So if we don't take a course, it's really hard for us to check our English because we don't know how our level of English. Even we can, if you want to practice yourself uh, by watching YouTube or reading books, it's good, but you need someone to check your English. And the easiest way is to just join a course. Or if you have some partners who are good at English, yeah, that's also fine. But not every English user, every English that is good at speaking or writing, have a good ability at teaching. But by joining course, you will have a capable teacher.
Okay.
And also another point is you must have a daily life with English. If you think IELTS is just a test, yeah, that's true. But to prepare that, you don't only need to answer questions from textbook, but you also arrange yourself to be able to adapt to English. What I'm trying to say is make English your friends, so don't fear it. Yeah.
Those
For
are
me,
some. Okay.
for me, almost every day I will read novel in English and sometimes read newspapers or watch podcasts in English. So it helps me get used to English because if you only study, focus on the test, I think it's hard, it's challenging. But if you get used to daily English and casual English, it will help you to get used to it. Yeah, I think that's all, Mr.
All right, thank you very much. Those are some very wise words, yeah, and I think that will be correct, yeah, for people to try to expose themselves to the English language because it is not only about learning about the test, but you will have to adapt yourself to the language itself, yeah. Those are some really good words and tips, sir. Thank you very much. And one final thing before we end this session is that I would like to ask about your opinion opinion about the tutors that have taught you. Maybe you have some words that you can express about them.
All right, I got two tutors. The first is Mr. Brad. He taught me reading, listening, and also writing. Yeah, he has a very nice way of teaching. It was like he taught not only me, but also everyone from the surrounding. What I mean is he was really good at teaching because I could understand all the materials. Even though I don't repeat the materials, I don't really reread it or rewatch the YouTube, I could still remember it. Okay. And also the materials were complete, so that's what I needed to prepare myself for IELTS test. Okay. And another tutor is Miss Annie. Yeah, she was good at speaking because she taught me speaking. Also, the way of teaching was kind, like we were friends, even we just met once, it's directly like we have known for a long time. And also she made her own materials, and yeah, I like it. Overall, the teachers of BC are excellent, and if I have a time, I would recommend those tutors to my friends.
Thank you very much, Mr. We are very honored to hear about your opinions. All right. So thank you very much for spending your time for today, Mr.
Thank you so
Aldino.
much.
It is very good to talk to you again, and especially to hear about your IELTS test results. All right. I hope that you will do well in the
Yeah,
future. All right, sir.
thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much, sir. So that would be it for today.
Bye,
All right.
Mr.
Thank you very much, sir. Goodbye.
Bye.